Chris here, Universe Design, out in the garage today. It's going to be like 45 today here in Buffalo, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to start on the T3 Technique. It's in this box. Rear sway bar install. I'm very happy with the front sway bar that I bought from Chris. So I will, no doubt, this will be a tremendous upgrade for the handling of my van, which handles pretty good to begin with, but can always be that much better, I guess. Another project I'm doing today is pulling the instrument cluster out of here. The Speed Hut instrument cluster that I made. I had a guy make an offer on it, so I'm going to go a different direction with the gauges. This should be pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to this, actually. It's going to be a different setup than what I have now. Only because they came in a different size, so I couldn't do it the same way. I guess I could have, but this offered more options. So I'm going to choose a different route, and I can offer both in the web shop. I can offer 15% off of Speed Hut gauges because I'm an authorized vendor for Speed Hut. So hit me up. I can get you a quote on a package price. Okay, so the first hurdle. Two objects of matter cannot occupy the same space at the same time. So this exhaust pipe for my diesel heater has got to be rerouted again, which isn't really a big deal because I won't need that for a while, but something I got to do. All right, the next step was to insert one of these really thick threaded metal brackets into the channel here. I cleaned it out quick with a wire brush, just gentle. There wasn't much in there. So I slid it in through this one, and it got caught this way, so I had to kind of reach my fingers in and spin it so it laid flat. And then I'm just lining up these two holes with these two holes in the frame rails, and then the next part is going to snap on, or bolt on, I'm sorry. One thing I do really like, and I know this is kind of a pain in the butt for the manufacturer to do, but he's got each one of the fastener bundles thermally sealed. Like all this stuff I just took out was all in this first section, so you know exactly what you're dealing with and you don't just get a bag full of stuff. So that's kind of nice. Appreciate that, Chris. Okay, I've got the long one put in the back and the short one put in the front. And so now I just need to tighten them up. At 35 foot-pounds, I got my torque wrench handy. Let's give it the old torque here. There's one. There's two. Easy as that. Now, onto the other side. All right, so here we go again. Just shove this guy in. Okay, now I gotta line up the holes. There we are. Rats. I forgot the other bracket. One of the great things about a Vanagon is I can fit underneath without jacking it up, which is quite nice. Okay, so this guy is going to fit like this. There's a oblong hole that fits this stamping here. I think the front one is going to be easiest to put on first. So let's try that. Yep. back one. Can't see what I'm doing here. There we go. All right, that's it. And switch the socket. Switch back to the torque wrench. There we go. There we go. It is a little awkward because I'm coming from the slider side of the van to do this, but you get the idea. All right, so far it's been pretty easy, pretty straightforward. It's 11:30 now, so I'm gonna stop and get lunch. Okay, back at it. Yesterday I stopped about 11:30 and I didn't get back to doing this, but it's still like 41 out today, so it's not too bad. I've got a little heater right here going away underneath the van because that's where I'm gonna be today. Next up is using this little jig with a little hole in it right there to find the correct placement to drill the holes to fit the little end links. So that's going to be the job for today, and hopefully we can wrap it up today. I'm not pushing myself super hard because I don't have to. The van's not going anywhere with all the snow on the ground, so let's see what today entails. Okay, so I was able to mark the location of the hole. Pretty easy to drill through with an 1/8 inch drill bit. And now we're gonna step it up to the larger one. Now for the drilling of these holes in the control arm, I found it pretty easy to go in behind the rear tire and just reach around. The other side might be a problem for me because I have a Porsche engine in the way. But we'll see what we can do with that. Now my instructions call for a thin 17 millimeter box end or open end wrench to hold the end link. I don't have one of those, but I do have one of these thin vice grip things. So hopefully that works. I'm gonna give it a shot. I think I can use a regular 18 millimeter on this nut on the inside of the control arm with a 3/8 ratchet, so we're gonna give that a go. All right, so unfortunately that did not work. I'm gonna have to grab a 18 millimeter box end. I was able to use this wobbly dude to get it somewhat snug. This is a 19, so I didn't go crazy reefing on it, but at least it's down there snug, and until I can source the correct tool and tighten it, I can still progress right now, so I think that'll work out okay. One of the steps in the procedure was to spray some paint to stop corrosion, so I just gave it a blast of this which I had sitting around for both sides, so hopefully that'll at least stop it a little bit. Not too terribly worried. My van is pretty rust free and I don't drive it in the winter, so should be good. Just another Uniworks design top tip. I remember in my youth I never had all that much money, so I didn't buy the best quality tools, and that did make my life a lot harder. Not saying you need to go with Snap-on or something like that, but at least get something that's decent. It really helps out a lot, and I did find out through my experience. I'm 54 now, and I've been playing with Volkswagen since I was 17, so I've learned a few things. One of which is get the best quality of drill bits you can get, because usually if you're using a drill bit, you're either trying to make an accurate hole, or you're going through somewhat thick metal, or you're trying to get out a broken bolt or something. Get the best quality drill bits you can get. It really helps. These are just Amazon ones. They seem to be pretty good. They're nice and sharp, and they went through that control arm without a problem. I did the 1/8 inch first, zipped right through, not a problem. And then the larger one, same thing, zipped right through. I don't think that these drill bits will continue to be super great if I'm drilling through thick metal like that. So I understand that, and I'll just order another set. But if they go through once or twice, I think that's good, and it just makes life so much easier. Get the best quality drill bits you can get. All right, so here's a better look at the sway bar itself. Looks just like the front one did. Nice and beefy. So the next step is to get that put on. According to the instructions, we're going to put the end links on first, and then lift up the bar into the carrier, making sure that little loop, I'm trying to do this one-handed, this little loop is down. Okay, so just as it says, I've got the two end links, this side and that side, installed, and the bar is just hanging down. Next up is a little bit of an odd or counterintuitive, I guess, instruction, and that is Chris says to put the bar up with one of the bushings, and then go to install the other bushing, put the bushing snot inside of it, put that one up with the fasteners, take the other one down, install the bushing snot, and then reattach it. And he says that is to mitigate the bushing snot getting all over the place. So I guess it makes sense. Just wouldn't have thought of that. Okay, this was a little bit of a tricky one, but what I figured out, and there might be a better way to do this, I don't know, but just trial and error. I'm sticking a screwdriver inside to kind of open the gap a bit, and watch, it worked great the first time. Let's see if it works again while I'm filming. I'm just trying to make it a large gap so I can get, there we go, get the bushing on and it snaps on. So that seemed to work out pretty well. And then since I have easy access on this side of the van, and let me turn it this way. Since I have easy access on this side of the van, I took the bushing, the first one, snapped it on like this, and just slid it along the bar over the other side. So that one's already mounted. Next up is to kind of attach the bar loosely like this. And then I go to the other side, do the same thing, and then I take this one off so the bar will be up in its position. And then I take these off again, put snot inside, and then tighten them down. So that's that. Alrighty, got the sway bar installed. I just need to pick up that 18mm box end to tighten up the rear end links. But I was able to get the front part of the sway bar, the front part of the sway bar installed. It's pretty straightforward, nothing too strenuous there. It's a little weird working with that bushing snot, but it works out pretty well. And Chris from T3 Technique gave the top tip that WD-40 takes it off your hands and your tools, which I can attest to. It works great. So hope that's a good top tip for you. Looking forward to driving this beast just in general, but now extra excited to test out the new sway bar. So I'll give another update after I get the back end links tightened up. I don't anticipate any problems though. So all in all, it's pretty slick setup. I was going to install a rear sway bar on this van, a homebrew kind of one. So I found online that you could do take a front sway bar and put it on the back we flipped it over and made some custom mounts. So I was going to do that. I have the extra front sway bar, which I think I have 2 of them now. But Chris came out with the kit, and I thought it'd be a good upgrade because I got the front one already, the front sway bar. So I'm glad I went this route. It's really beefy. So I'm really happy. Thanks, Chris. And thanks for everybody watching and following along. And just want to encourage you all to live, laugh, love, like, and subscribe. Thank you.